Fire ants could inspire the next rescue robots. Popular mechanics. Customer service, promotions, blogs, video. Drive, hottest cars ever, best AI tips, best gadgets ever. Automotive. Road test. Auto news. AI auto. Motorcycles. Alternative fuel. Tire guide. Jay Leno's garage. Saturday Mechanic YouTube show. Featured stories. 2014 Jaguar F-Type test drive. Spring cleaning for your car. Technology. Gadgets. Aviation. Engineering. Military. Digital Hollywood. DI Tech. Your DI Tech workshop. Featured stories. How we built a bar into an arcade table. 10 board games that don't suck. Science. Energy. Earth and the environment. Space. Health. Mythbusters. Featured stories. A billboard that makes clean drinking water. 5 tremendous telescopes of the future. Home how-to. Projects and plans. Home improvement. Tools reviews. Skills. Lawn and garden. Featured stories. How to garden without a lawn. Install low-voltage landscape lighting. Outdoors. Featured stories. 9 gadgets to help you catch more fish. How to ID those animal tracks in your yard. Recreation. Sports. Survival. This is my job. AI Central. Homepage. Technology, engineering, robots. Fire ants could inspire the next rescue robots. Fire ants could inspire the next rescue robots. Most search and rescue robots are miniaturized tanks. They are big, clunky, and travel in straight lines. By studying how ants move through confined spaces, researchers think they can build better bots that can search for disaster victims buried in rubble. By Sarah Futcht. Email. Comments. Share. Mass. May 21st, 2013 1:10 p.m. Text size. A. In the direct aftermath of disasters such as yesterday's devastating tornado in Oklahoma, time is very much of the essence. While crews and trained canine units dig through the wreckage of collapsed buildings, the search for survivors quickly turns into a search for bodies. Engineers hope that someday more robots will help out after a disaster, finding more victims in time to save more lives. Robots so far have played only a limited role in disaster recovery, but a paper published yesterday in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences suggests that a new generation of search and rescue robots could take a cue from an invasive pest, the fire ant. These animals dig for a living, says Daniel Goldman, a physicist at Georgia Tech and co-author in the new paper. You can throw them into any soil and they will do the same behavior, and that is dig. Ant gymnastics. Goldman and co-author Nick Gravish took some of the stinging, biting bugs into the lab and watched as they bored tunnels through a laboratory-made soil comprising tiny glass beads. They then measured the tunnels and monitored how the ants quickly navigated through such confined spaces. This is probably the first study to really detail out the features of moving in confined environments, Gravish says. It's so different from traditional biomechanics studies of running and climbing, where you're watching animals move around in a featureless environment. By watching the ants burrow through glass tunnels, the researchers discovered that the optimal diameter of a fire ant tunnel is roughly the same as a fire ant's body length. This tunnel diameter presumably provides enough room for two-way traffic flow through the tunnel, while remaining snug enough that the bugs can find something to grab onto when they slip. Although the ants zip through the tunnels pretty rapidly, the study reveals that the ants change their climbing posture depending on the tunnel's structure. For wider tunnels, they adopt a sprawled posture with their legs thrown out wide, whereas for narrower tunnels they tuck their middle legs beneath the abdomen and use them to generate a forward thrust. In all terrains, the ants use their antennae as extra appendages to grab onto the walls to prevent falls. The Georgia Tech researchers haven't yet built a robot that implements these new principles. But Robin Murphy, a computer scientist who heads up the Center for Robot-Assisted Search and Rescue at Texas University, said this